say.
Okay, so there's the speaker, Mike Johnson, as he has now for several weeks now, right? And there was kind of a headline a bit earlier today from the AP about this shutdown could go on for a very long time. Yep. And it seems like both sides are getting ready for that.
The longest one is 34 days, and we want to bring in Guy Benson. He's host of the Guy Benson Show on Fox News Radio. Guy, we've listened to Speaker Johnson. Let's listen to House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries, who says Democrats are standing with federal employees who are at risk of being fired. Watch.
We want to stand with our hardworking federal employees and certainly our men and women in uniform. But we have to enact a spending agreement that actually meets the needs of the American people and at the same time decisively addresses the Republican health care crisis that is devastating people all across the country.
The messaging has kind of been all over this, from my perspective, all over the place from both sides on this, except on the Democrat side, one of the things that they keep pushing is the health care subsidies angle. Guy.
It's incoherent from Jeffries. We stand with the federal workers, but we're the ones shutting down the government, but we're blaming the Republicans for that because of the Republican health care crisis, because Obamacare premiums are way too expensive, and they want to extend these emergency supports that they put in during COVID, and they're trying to blame that on the GOP, on the failure of the so-called Affordable Care Act, which can be debated separately. I have my own views on that, but the Democrat position forever during these shutdowns, especially over health care, has been let's get the government back open in solidarity with workers and the troops, et cetera, and then we can negotiate beyond that on these other issues. That's the Democrats' position, and the Republicans have said, great, sold. That is our position. Let's offer a clean CR. We'll get the government back open, and then we'll talk about these other issues. And the Democrats have said no over and over again, filibustering to keep in the Senate this government shutdown ongoing. And then they kind of want to make it seem like it's not their fault. And I want to just credit quickly our colleague Shannon Bream, who actually pressed Hakeem Jeffries on Fox News Sunday a few days ago and got him to admit that, yes, this is a clean bipartisan CR, not the partisan spending bill that they're claiming. None of it makes any sense.
Yeah, here's J.D. Vance on that, okay? Here he is with Maria. This is from Sunday now. Watch.
You hear a lot of Senate Democrats say, well, how can Donald Trump possibly lay off all of these federal workers? Well, the Democrats have given us a choice between giving low-income women their food benefits and paying our troops on the one hand, and on the other hand, paying federal bureaucrats. Well, given that choice, we're going to choose low-income women. We're going to choose our troops.
So there you have their position there. I was traveling a lot over the weekend, Guy. Kudos to the TSA. Kudos to the air traffic controllers. Honestly, outside of weather, there was very little problem traveling. I don't know when the pain sets in, and I don't know what the White House has in store to lay off and probably fire a lot of federal workers. They haven't really made that move just yet. What's the calculation there, do you think?
Well, I think that unlike when the Democrats are in charge, where they front load as much pain as possible during shutdowns to blame the Republicans, and they rope off national parks and all that stuff, the Republicans and the Trump administration have not gone fully down that path, but they do have options at their disposal. And at some point, the pain is going to arrive if Democrats insist on this continuing, perhaps through their No Kings rallies next weekend. That's one of the rumors, that they want to act tough for their base up until that point. Who knows? But what we do know for a fact is that Democrats in the Senate, several of them repeatedly have voted with the majority to get the government back open with this bipartisan clean funding bill. All it takes is a handful of additional Senate Democrats to put an end to this madness. They can't whine and complain about how terrible and irresponsible a shutdown is when they're the ones filibustering it into existence and insisting that it continue. That's 100% on the Democrats. Let's see if they wake up from this trance at some point.
We'll see. It's been 14 days. It looks like it's not going to get done by tomorrow, so we'll see you on this and we'll hear about it on your radio show. Thanks, Guy Benson.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.